G'day people, this is Sharpino here, welcome you guys to the Season 4 announcement / team analysis for the PMC. So as you guys all know, I've been part of the PMC since the very first season, and once again, we are the coach of the Sydney Krookodiles, and we are back for Season 4. So, if you guys don't know, if you guys haven't seen my past progress in the PMC, I would say go ahead and check out the channel. I do have a playlist of all my prior seasons and all my prior, my experiences, my battles and everything else. Now, obviously, I'm not an experienced battle artist by any means. I'm just a Let's Play artist, so as you guys can come to expect, I may not make always the best moves, but just bear with me because I do have assistance from some coaches in the PMC. I do speak to some of them, of course being my great friend Levine, who is the coach of the Tampa Frogadiers and also the Season 2 champion, who better. And basically this time around, Season 4 coming about, we did another draft, we did another, pretty much trying to I lost my train of thought here. Because Season 4 is here. But anyways, you guys, we did a draft, and I have my 11 Pokemon right here, and I'll go ahead and I'll discuss to you what I chose, why I chose it, and hopefully it can make sense to you guys, and hopefully you guys can get behind the PMC, follow their channel, link will be in the description down below to go ahead and check out not just my progress, but all the coaches that are in the PMC. There are 16 of us, and all support you can give to either myself or to someone else in the PMC would be greatly appreciated. Alright, so let's go ahead and have a look at our first choice. Now, my first choice, this is a Pokemon that I've seen used against me in 2 seasons already. And honestly, it's a pretty good Pokemon, and I figured, hey, I think it's our time to go ahead and use this Pokemon. So, our first pick for the Sydney Krookodiles for Season 4 is Kyurem Black. This Pokemon, as you guys all know, is a combination of both, obviously, JakeM and Kyurem, but still counts as one Pokemon, which is all fun and dandy. But Kyurem Black is a Pokemon that can definitely pack a lot of power, can create a lot of problems because of the tenacity of its movesets. It could be anything from a Choice Scarfer to a Choice Bander. It could even be special attacking because it does have a lot of special attack as well. Overall, his stats are pretty out there, like it's legendary, you could say. I mean, he is 2 legends put into 1, what would you expect? So, I decided to pick Kyurem Black because I felt that, basically throughout the draft, a lot of people were picking things like, Tapu Bulu and Tapu Fini and all the other, all the Tapus and all that. And even though this is a Pokemon that's weak to that, I figured we'd go ahead and give it a crack. It's a Gen 5 Classic, Gen 5 Legend, and I'm all about Gen 5, so let's go ahead and do this. Now, second choice, obviously would have to be a choice that can obviously answer to some of the weaknesses of Kyurem Black. So looking at the weaknesses of Kyurem Black, some weaknesses of course include Fairy, because it's a Dragon type, Steel because it's a Nice type, and Rocks because it's a Nice type, and Fighting type because it's a Nice type. But to cover for, I would say, most of the weaknesses of Kyurem Black, choice number 2 for the PMC Season 4 Sydney Krookodiles team is Magnezone. Now, I've actually seen this combination used from one of the previous teams where they used both Magnezone and Kyurem Black, and honestly, I thought it was a terrific combination because you look at Magnezone, how much weaknesses it covers off the Kyurem Black. It covers its Rock weakness, it covers its Steel weakness, it covers its Fairy weakness. Magnezone is a pretty good cover. The only issue of obviously having these 2 Pokemon is that they're both weak to fighting. So obviously I would have to have something to kind of account for the fact that both of them get wrecked by a close combat or a brick break or some sort of fighting type bullshit shenanigans. But in saying that though, Magnezone is pretty good because it obviously has abilities like Sturdy, it has Magnepool, which is good for trapping steel types, like Skarmory, even Excadrill if you have an air balloon, I suppose, that's just a real stretch. And I mean, you can obviously make your preparations for certain steel types, but honestly guys, I do like Magnezone, it's a terrific Pokemon, and that is our second choice for Sydney Krookodiles. Now, choice number 3 would have to be a Pokemon that can answer to that fighting type weakness that is a common weakness between both my first and second choices. So the third choice for the Sydney Krookodiles is Mega Gardevoir, the best answer to a fighting type and also a good answer to the weaknesses of Magnezone. Now, obviously because it is obviously weak to fighting, it obviously is a good choice. Also, the fact that Mega has a hell of a lot of special attack can definitely work to our advantage. That and the fact that we could also build around special defense as well, so we can kind of make it a special defensive wall as well as it being a Mega. And it also has a lot access to a lot of interesting moves like Destiny Bond and Will-O-Wisp, and I think Thunder Wave as well. So we can definitely make Mega Gardevoir work, but we have the trifecta of Dragon, Steel, and Fairy. We have that core engine right there. It looks very nice, and honestly guys, I love it. It's really good. The only thing I could have thought of that might have been better is maybe if I picked the Magnezone Scissor over Magnezone, but honestly guys, I am pretty happy with that. Then that'll leave us with a terrific Fire weakness. Now, choice number 4. Looking at a team here now that we had the triangle set complete, I obviously wanted to go for some sort of wall that we can kind of have against certain things. Now that we know that, obviously Magnezone could be a terrific special wall. Basically all my Pokemon can be special walls. I tried to go for an ArkiKnight, but that was taken. I tried to go for Donphan, that was taken as well. So, choice number 4 for the Sydney Krookodiles at this point in the draft is Milotic. Milotic is a pretty good Pokemon, used against me again, and obviously the potential for this Pokemon to sit there and just tank teams is phenomenal. I've watched a lot of people in like the NPL and the GBA and all that, and honestly guys, Milotic can do a lot of work just by itself. Its defenses, its ability is absolutely insane. Marble Scale with, you know, like Rest and Sleep Talk, or basically expecting things like Toxic or Will-O-Wisp, and using that to your advantage to only buff up your defenses is crazy. And because Burn has been reduced, obviously, then, you know, any chance you feel like Will-O-Wisp is going to come in, then you just feel like it's the perfect moment to go ahead and take that Will-O-Wisp with that Milotic to get that Marble Scale boost. But yeah, Milotic is definitely a terrific Pokemon, and honestly guys, it just builds to the defenses of our team here. So we've got a pretty defensive team. Now we move on to choice number 5. Now this is another defensive Pokemon, so a lot of you guys might be thinking, well Chris, you do have some offensive power. You do have Kyurem Black and Gardevoir, but, you know, Rocks can definitely be an issue, because obviously Kyurem Black is of course an Ice type. So what do you have to take care of that? Well, I'm glad you asked. Choice number 5 for the Sydney Krookodiles is a classic of mine, a favourite from season 5? Generation 5 is Mandibuzz. Mandibuzz obviously can pack things off with Defog. It has a lot of good defenses all around. With the ability of Overcoat, it can take on things like Will-O-Wisp and Toxic and all that. Obviously you don't want it to be burnt, but it doesn't take damage from those things because of its ability. But also it has good moves. You know, you can do things with Knockoff, Foul Play, you know, Defog to get rid of your hazards. And you can really do a lot with this. Mandibuzz can just sit there and take hits all day. It really can. It's Mandibuzz. But obviously, you would build it based off what you're going up against. So it depends on what threats you feel like are worrying your team. Obviously, you can determine how you want to build your Mandibuzz. Now we move on to choice number 6. Another wall. Another you guys are thinking, Chris, you got all these walls here. Well, you know, they say defense is the best offense. And I guess I'm going this way. So choice number 6, an Alolan edition, the Gen 7. Well, it's not Alolan version itself, but it is from Alola. This is Mudsdale. Now, Mudsdale having the ability Stamina has to be one of the most busted abilities that has come out of Gen 7. And obviously, you guys can see why. So basically, when it gets hit, you basically get the Stamina boost, and you can just sit there and take hits all fucking day with that bullshit. So you can sit there, be a physical wall, and just build on your defensive stamina, or you can make it especially defensive and have the stamina even out your lowered physical defense. And honestly, it's just amazing. Like honestly, like it's another ground type. You know, for us here, you know, I mean, we don't have a ground type currently on the team, but you know what? It's a terrific Pokemon to say the least, and I couldn't be happier with having a Mudsdale on my team for Season 4. Now we move on to choice number 7. Now, number 7, obviously all these picks I've had here are a lot in the higher tiers because what PMC does is they've tiered each of the choices. So we had to go ahead and look a little bit lower on the tier ladders to go ahead and see. Maybe we can have some lower kind of tier choices. So we can go ahead and just even out all of our good choices from the very start. So choice number 7 for us here, it is another Gen 5 classic. It is Chandelure. Now, this Pokemon can do a lot because of, obviously, the tenacity of its moveset. You know, you've got things like Shadow Ball, Flamethrower, Energy Ball. You know, you can rock out with Hidden Power, I guess, if you really want to. It has a lot of special attack, has a lot of speed, and you obviously can do things, you know, like Life Orb or Choice Scarf and Choice Specs, and it works either way. And you can even pack for its ability to have, you know, you can even pack with Focus Sash even, and you have a Flame Body, you know, to get the burns on physical attackers when they touch it. And it has worked out in the past with some people I've seen, and it could work for us again. So you never know. So yeah, Chandelure. Now we move on to choice number 8. Now this one I kind of had a look at now we kind of need another, well, I mean, this is offensive, but it can also be defensive. So this Pokemon is low on the tier, but this is a Gen 1 classic. It's the Pokemon that has many arms. Ladies and gentlemen, choice number 8. Choice number 8 for the PMC Season 4 Sydney Krookodiles is Machamp. Now Machamp has a lot of punching capabilities. It has access to all 3 elemental punches, including some priority punches like Bullet Punch as well. Can be special defensive Assault Vested. I've seen a lot of people do Assault Vested Machamps throughout leagues and all that. But also you can do the other way, you go Choice Banded, get those extra powerful close combats, extra powerful elemental punches, depending on what you're preparing against. And yeah, I think Machamp is a terrific Pokemon. And you know, I can only hope for the best for Machamp. I mean, I've never used a Machamp before. A lot of these Pokemon, actually none of these Pokemon I've ever actually used in a league before. So this would be a first experience for both of us, you know. Now we move on to choice number 9. Now this is number 9. Now this one is a returning member from Season 1 of the PMC here. And I actually managed to pull a very sneaky play with this Pokemon against the commissioner of the PMC using a Choice Scarf trick onto his Slowking. And ladies and gentlemen, the returning member of Season 1, it is Metagross. Just all Metagross, not Mega Metagross, all Metagross. And honestly guys, that to this day has been one of my favourite plays of my entire PMC, I'll say career. But honestly, that has to be one of my most favourite plays, is watching a Trick Choice Scarf go off on a Slowking. And guys, I was versing the Verd, I think it was last season or the season before, and I was getting absolutely dicked by a Choice Banded Metagross. So you guys know that the attacking capacity of Metagross is insane, but also its defensive capacities are pretty good as well. Its physical defense is absolutely insane. So if we're afraid of taking any kind of hits whatsoever, we've got Metagross here to kind of take the charge. Obviously, big weaknesses here, of course, is the fact that you obviously see it has, you know, weakness to darkness, it has a weakness to ground. But really, hopefully we can make it work for us. It's worked us in the past, and it's also a good hazard setup because we can set up Stealth Rocks with, I guess, Metagross as well. Now we move on to choice number 10. Now this is another Gen 5 Pokemon. Excuse me. Now this Pokemon I've never used before, and this one was a bit of a wild card. This one, I was a bit hesitant about choosing this one, but looking at its capabilities and I guess its ability, I figured we could make this work. So choice number 10 for Sydney Krookodiles is Liepard. Now Liepard, as you guys all know, is obviously like one of the basic bitches of Gen 5. It goes along the lines of like Lillipup, Patrat, and then you got this one here. So the reason why I chose Liepard is because obviously it has Prankster, which you can obviously make work for yourself in regards to doing certain stats, you know, like Thunder Wave, doing sort of stat moves, I suppose. I don't know if it gets access to Baton Pass. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. Well, would you mention that? I don't know this. But I can see some potential in Liepard. I mean, I know we do have now 3 weaknesses on our... Actually, no, sorry. 4 weaknesses on our team. No, sorry. 5 weaknesses on my team against Fairies. Holy shit. We have some patching up to do. God damn. But hopefully we can make Liepard work. It is a very quick, nimble attacker. So hopefully we can make it work for us. Now we bring us on to the final choice of the PMC. Now again, looking at how many weaknesses we have to Fairy, we obviously need another answer. So besides the fact that we have, I guess... well, really, we don't. I mean, Liepard, I guess, takes it, I guess, but defenses are pretty shit right now. But we got so many weaknesses to Fairies. So besides Magnezone, we need another Pokemon to kind of take the Fairy heat off us. So, the final choice for Sydney Krookodiles Season 4 is Nidoking. Nidoking, as you guys all know, can do a lot with Life Orb, Sheer Force, Choice Scarf, Choice Band, Choice Specs. You name it, he can do it. He has access to all the different kinds of moves, whether it be physical or special. And that's what I like about Nidoking, is the fact that you can be a bit versatile with how its moveset can go. So hopefully Nidoking can work with us here, and hopefully Nidoking can put in the finest of work for us in answering to our, I would say, quite a bit of Fairy weakness. Actually, now look at it, Magnezone and Metagross can handle the Fairy type weakness. So it's not as bad as I originally thought it was. But having almost half your team weak to Fairy, yeah, it can be a little bit problematic, but hopefully we come up with some good answers for that. So guys, that is the Season 4 lineup for Sydney Krookodiles. Hopefully you guys do like my team. If you have any suggestions, if you will, of any potential partners or Pokemon I could use to this team to make it better, I mean, I can tell you if it's taken or not, but please go ahead and leave a comment down below. We're going to leave some hints or suggestions for certain movesets I can run, on my Pokemon, I welcome it. But guys, just again, keep in mind that I am not a professional Wi-Fi battler, so if I make a lot of mistakes, I'm letting you guys know in advance, it's because of my inexperience. I'm not a veteran battler like some of the people in the PMC are. So hopefully we can do well. I mean, we've made back-to-back semi-finalists, so hopefully that accounts for something. And I mean, we got lucky against the bird last season. I really doubt it's going to happen again, but yeah, I'm just here to have some fun, and if I can have fun and win, I guess that's a plus, I suppose. So, thanks for watching. Stay behind the PMC and the coach. The Sydney Krookodiles here saying stay safe, stay sharp, and I'll catch you guys all next time. Later.